Hi everyone, welcome to the Wednesday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news, a Todd County teen entered a not guilty plea today to allegedly murdering his adoptive sister and biological cousin, 9-year-old Amy Dye. 17-year-old Garrett Dye of 911 Dogwood Lane in Trenton appeared in Todd County Circuit Court in Elkton this morning before Judge Tyler Gill for his arraignment, alongside his lawyer, Dennis Ritchie of Hopkinsville. Dye is charged in the death of 9-year-old Amy Dye when he reportedly hit her in the head multiple times with the hydraulic jack handle on February 4th. An autopsy revealed that Amy died of multiple blunt force trauma. A Todd County grand jury indicted Garrett on adult charges of murder, resisting arrest, and tampering with physical evidence last week. Court records show the 17-year-old has a substantial history of run-ins with the law, which is one reason a judge ruled that he would be tried as an adult in this case. He remains in the Warren County Detention Center. The judge scheduled a pretrial conference for Garrett March 23rd. Well, a flash flood watch has been issued for the entire Source 16 viewing area. The flash flood watch issued by the National Weather Service in Paducah is in effect from tomorrow morning through tomorrow evening, as a developing weather system will set up heavy rains across the watch area with 2 to 3 inch amounts or even higher amounts possible. Now remember, a flood watch means that conditions may develop that lead to flash flooding, which is a very dangerous situation. Source 16 meteorologist David Bryant will have a more in-depth look at the flash flood watch coming up in weather in just a few minutes. A Murray man was arrested today after being indicted by a Callaway County grand jury on arson and other offenses. After a lengthy investigation, Kentucky State Police arrested 39-year-old Michael Lax for first-degree arson, theft by unlawful taking over $10,000, tampering with physical evidence, and wanton endangerment. State police report the investigation began after a house fire occurred at 3897 Wiswell Road in Callaway County, August 31, 2009. Now, due to the suspicious nature of the fire, the investigation continued for months as state police and the Kentucky State Fire Marshal's Office gathered physical and other evidence. According to state police, the investigation revealed that Lax had stolen over $10,000 in cash from another resident in the home prior to setting the blaze in an attempt to destroy evidence of the theft. On February 16th, state police presented evidence in the case to the Callaway County grand jury, which returned 4 indictments on Lax, who was arrested today at his home in Callaway County. He's lodged in the Callaway County Jail on a $100,000 cash bond. An Army National Guardsman charged with murder is awaiting his court-martial at Fort Campbell. Sergeant Derek A. Miller allegedly shot Atta Mohammed in the head with premeditation around September 26th in the Logman province of eastern Afghanistan with a 9mm pistol. Miller was a member of the Connecticut National Guard unit that was attached to the 101st Airborne Division while serving in Afghanistan. Fort Campbell officials say Miller is currently on active duty at Fort Campbell while awaiting a military trial. Well, nearly 70 Rakkasans were named distinguished members of the regiment this morning at Fort Campbell. According to officials, the soldiers are adaptable war fighters who distinguish themselves in combat. Honorary members included Major General John Campbell, Brigadier General Stephen Townsend, and Brigadier General Warren Phipps. Brigade Commander Colonel Viet Luong spoke highly of the inductees and says he is proud to be a Rakkasan.
I often wonder about what it takes to be a distinguished member of the regiment. I know some attributes include significant contributions to our regiment, followed by the virtues of sacrifice, selfless service, honor, and of course living up to the regimental motto, let valor not fail. Over the last several decades, our regiment has recognized the most noble group of awardees ever assembled. Nevertheless, noticeably underrepresented for this group are the followers of today's youth, our present troopers of the 187th Infantry.
In addition, Luong spoke of the valorous actions of several soldiers while they were deployed in Afghanistan.
Sergeant Anthony Water, assigned to Alpha Company, 3rd Battalion, 187 Infantry, also earned a Bronze Star for valor in Antigua province. While on patrol, 1 May 2010, his platoon came under heavy enemy fire from machine gun, rocket propelled grenades, and small armor. As he directed his team's fight, Sergeant Water was hit by an enemy RPG. Despite being badly wounded, he continued to maneuver his fire team to a position of advantage.
According to Fort Campbell, the 187th Regiment's the only airborne regiment in the history of the United States Army to fight in every war since the inception of airborne tactics. Well, local residents can now keep up with relevant information that's going on in your neighborhoods. Hopkinsville Police Department spokesman Paul Ray says the department is utilizing a new communication service that allows police to send important, valuable community information directly to residents using the latest technology called Nixle.
Well, we at the department want to be able to get information out to the public as quickly as we can. Where we're able to get information such as a missing child alert, we can get that out immediately. If we see a crime trend in a certain neighborhood, we can get that information out to those people living in that neighborhood immediately. Say we have a traffic collision and a road is going to be blocked off for an hour or 2 hours, we can send those out through text messages or emails. Just a way that we can get information to the public as fast as we possibly can.
As Officer Ray explains, it is quick and easy for residents to sign up.
If you're interested in signing up, all you have to do is go to nixle.com, and basically it's self-explanatory once you get there as far as signing up. The last thing that you'll do is actually put in the zip code that you're living in. Obviously it's going to be 42240 for Hopkinsville. And you will be getting information coming from our department as we're able to put it out as it's actually happening.
There is no spam, and Nixle is free with no hidden cost. Standard text messaging rates do apply. Well, 1st District Congressman Ed Whitfield was in Hopkinsville this morning touring the local UPS Customer Center. Whitfield spoke to over a dozen eager UPS employees who listened intently to the congressman as he praised them for their hard work. Whitfield told Source16 it's very important to him to meet with Kentuckians and to tour area businesses.
Well, I think it's important to become familiar with local businesses, and we consider UPS a local because they have this facility here, even though it's an international company, and it's important to get an idea of what people are doing. And of course UPS is so important because it's delivering packages from all over the world to our local community and contributes to commerce, but also they provide a great payroll which helps our local economy as well.
Stay tuned to Source16 tonight at 10 o'clock for more information about Whitfield's visit to Madisonville. Well, nearly 60,000 military personnel and veterans who refinance their Veterans Affairs mortgage loans through Wells Fargo will be receiving refunds as a result of a $10 million class action lawsuit. According to communications consultant Jim Hines, Wells Fargo has agreed to pay $175 to any eligible veteran who received a VA refinance loan between January 30th, 2004 and October 7th, 2010. According to the suit that was filed in Georgia, Wells Fargo improperly added lawyers' fees into expenses charged to veterans for services like title searches. Co-president of Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, Kara Hayden, says since the lawsuit allegation was raised, we have diligently worked with our veteran customers who inquired about their fees. And we hope that by settling this matter, we can demonstrate to veterans our steadfast commitment to doing right by them. Now, Wells Fargo will be mailing out letters in about a month to each eligible service member who participated in the refinance program. Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Clarksville are looking for your help. Now, due to a lack of funding and donations, Big Brothers and Big Sisters is in danger of having to close their doors and move their operations to Nashville. Several civic organizations, fraternities, sororities, churches, and elected officials are partnering up to help raise funds for Big Brothers and Big Sisters in the Ultimate Pancake Eating Challenge Throwdown. That's at G's Pancake House on South Riverside Drive in Clarksville. The challenge will take place on Saturday, February 26th at noon and features 4 contestants taking on the G's Triple Nickel Challenge. The first person to eat 5 monster 16-inch pancakes 5 eggs, and 5 pieces of meat will win over $500 in cash and prizes. All of the contest proceeds and donations will go toward benefiting Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Clarksville. Well, here's Hopkinsville Christian County Crime Stoppers Coordinator Paul Ray. This is our featured fugitives of the week.
Locating 2 wanted fugitives. Police are looking for 39-year-old Carlos Montez Killebrew, who's wanted for contempt of court. Killebrew is a black male who stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall and weighs 165 pounds. His last known address was the 2000 block of McHenry Street. Police are also looking for 24-year-old Mitchell Travis Wadlington, who's wanted for probation violation. Wadlington is a black male who stands 5 feet, 7 inches tall and weighs 155 pounds. His last known address was the 900 block of East 4th Street. If you know where police can locate these wanted fugitives, and we've got cash waiting for you. Pick up your phone now and call our tips line at 887-TIPS. If your information leads to an arrest, Crime Stoppers will pay you a cash reward. And remember, we will never ask your name, and you will not have to appear in court. Well, this week's Fugitive of the Week, I'm Officer Paul Ray for Crime Stoppers.
It's a big night in the numbers tonight. Powerball jackpot is $155 million. If you don't win, don't feel too bad. Friday's Mega Millions jackpot, it's all the way up to $76 million.